Football is better with fans, and today will prove exactly why. It's the first full-capacity fixture home for Marshall in 649 days. The Herd welcome Conference USA newcomers Coastal Carolina to Huntington. And we welcome you into our commentary booth this afternoon, along with our outstanding crew. I'm Jake Griffith. Thanks for joining us. They say, if you come for the king, you best not miss, and Virginia Tech took that advice to heart, handing Marshall their first loss in 11 matches this past Sunday. However, the Herd's still well informed, 4-1-0 in their last 5. As Marshall looks to rebound from what people consider a puzzling loss, a new challenger steps into the ring. The Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina, newcomers to Conference USA this season. The Chants, one of the more storied programs in collegiate football, 20 national tournament appearances, 15 league championships, and as it stands today, the unique designation of being just one of 2 conference clubs to earn points in the league table. They played to a 0-0 draw in their season opener with Kentucky. For Marshall, the focus isn't as much on the loss as it is on Vitor Diaz, the senior. O Magico, the magician they call him. Fifth-year gaffer Chris Grassi calls him the most dangerous player in football, and a good reason why. 3 goals, 2 assists in just 2 matches. Diaz, 3 goals shy of his spring output. 6 goals in the spring. Diaz enough to earn him Conference USA Offensive Player of the Week honors. How will Diaz and Marshall respond against a young but talented Coastal side? That question looks to get answered when we return. The starting 11 for each side coming up next on ESPN+.
Mentioned in our open, that loss to Virginia Tech, Marshall's first loss in 11 matches, dating all the way back to their 1-0 defeat in Morgantown to West Virginia. It was the longest streak in program history without a loss. The previous 9 consecutive in 1997. Diaz, strong challenge. They're able to win it back. Now flicked back on ahead to Diaz, and a smart header there. Nicholas Itopoulos stepping in, the senior from Durban, South Africa. The Chants give chase. Marshall's still with it. Simla will change the angle of attack. Near side, Masiunas surveys. Played across over to Nathan Dos Santos. Dos Santos played every minute of 17 matches last season. Now Dos Santos with it again. A little bit more space in the midfield. Tries to send it out wide, was looking for Vinicius Fernandez. No, that's Alves. Good challenge by Alves to win it back. Flicked on into the box, and a nice job by Betroni to come out and punch that one away. And immediately Soren Stoica signals for a corner. Marshall's first corner of this match. Lino streaking to that far post. It does win a corner for the Herd, their first. Comes in from Linehouse, and a save at full stretch made by Betroni. Joseph, that one marked for the back of the net, and the true freshman keeps Marshall off the scoreboard. Fantastic stop for the San Antonio, Texas native. You see why he's ranked 5th nationally in saves. Andre Betroni clears it away. Now turned over by Fernandez, deflected away and played through the middle. Good read there by Masiunas. Steps up, makes the interception. That's the name of the game for the center back from Morgantown. Joseph with speed, cuts around one defender, tries to play it through to Lino. Deflected momentarily, Lino wins it back, Dolabella. Far corner to the box to Alves, far side, shot, comes in, banged off the woodwork by Alves, and it's out. Clearly beat Betroni there, just took an odd carom off the crossbar. Linehouse sends the cross in, diving header clearance by Coastal. Very nearly a costly turnover there for Coastal Carolina. That's one area that when I had a chance to catch up with Coastal gaffer Sean Docking earlier this week, he made a point to say his team needs to clean up the game. They have to make smarter plays. Diaz now turning with it, ahead, left off, Fernandez sends the shot toward goal and finds goal. Vinicius Fernandez, his third of the year, the senior from Brazil, pushes Marshall ahead early. We saw in Marshall's NCAA tournament match against Clemson, Schneider hit one from right nearly the same position. This one, not enough behind it as that's Petroni, able to read it well, makes the lunging grab to end that attack for Marshall. Flicked on and ahead by Coastal Carolina. Garcia Pascual giving chase, shot fired on Simla, he keeps it out and lightly cleared away by Gabriel Alves. That will give a throw to Coastal Carolina, really the first good opportunity in the final third for the Chanticleers. Look here at the replay, the freshman Garcia Pascual, quick fire shot on Simla and a great read, as the throw will come from the far side to close that campaign for Coastal Carolina. Another NCAA tournament berth last year for Coastal. Shot sent towards Simla, full stretch, able to bat that one away. Off the volley, Coastal nearly had the equalizer. Now to Masiunas, sidesteps one shot to clear, now gives it away. Turnover in the final third, and Coastal Carolina has equalized. A costly turnover in the defensive third for Marshall, and Coastal Carolina pounces. The Chanticleers have pulled equal. Moving with speed now, right after the restart. Joseph sends the shot toward Petroni. That a seeing eye ball from Joseph. Just sails wide of the far post. Coastal Carolina came into this having failed to score a goal through 2 matches. That's the first time since 1988 that had happened. That year started with a 2-0 loss to Green Bay, I should say, played to a 0-0 draw with UMBC. They finished that year 4-14-1. They had never failed to score through 3 matches in their 43-year program history. That streak will continue. Account opened, and it's the freshman Alvaro Garcia Pascual. Defending national champions in their home curtain openers the following year are 15-3-2 dating back to 1990. The last defending national champion to lose their first match home, as line host sends the corner kick in, headed by Dolabella and cleared away by Coastal. The last defending national champion to lose their first match home, 2008, Maryland dropped a 2-1 decision to UCLA, and a card will come out. First booking of this match. Looks like Vinicius Fernandez will go into the book. Mentioned in our open that Coastal Carolina, one of the more storied collegiate men's football programs at the D1 level. They enter this season as the 3rd winningest program of the decade, tied with Maryland behind Akron and North Carolina. 151 wins this last decade. Appearances in 9 of the previous 10 NCAA tournaments. Marshall are 3-0-1 in home opening matches under Chris Grassi. In fact, Marshall's last loss in their first fixture home back in 2016, a 3-0 loss to Western Michigan. Forward Fernandez as defender goes to ground. That's Itopoulos sliding clearance out. Will give the throw to Marshall as Alves will jog over to take it. Alves played every minute in 14 appearances last season, did so in 7 of the Hurts' final 8 matches to end the campaign. Lino. Heavy pressure applied on Paolo Lino as now Diaz goes down clutching the right foot. Back underway after the free kick, back to Simla. Simla has to move with it, nearly turned it over. Mads Poulsen applying significant pressure there on Marshall's keeper. Out wide, Coastal Carolina attacking here into the final third, and it finds its way past Simla. Deflected off of Masiunas, I believe. Coastal Carolina has pulled in front 2-1. A look at the replay here. Low cross sent in, and it is an own goal off the boots of Colin Masiunas. Attempted the clearance, and it finds its way past Simla. So after 2 matches with no goals, the scoring has opened up for the Chanticleers. 2 in this first half alone. Marshall back on the ball though, probing here. Joseph goes down on a ball played through to him. Moratakis brings him down. The first time since October 23rd and 27th that Marshall has given up multiple goals in consecutive matches. That's October 23rd and October 27th of 2018. Lost 3-1 to Wright State and then played to a 2-2 draw at New Mexico that year. Free kick awarded as Linehouse and Diaz both spotted for it. And Linehouse will take it. Sent in toward goal, and it's poked past Petroni. Paolo Lino finds the back of the net, his second of the season. Lino, the equalizer. Ahead, played through to Joseph. It's an onside play. Joseph now running laterally with the inline. Sent back, Dolabella tries to fire it in. Kept out of the back of the net, Lucio Barun. Petroni was soundly beat. Barun heads up play. Marshall still on it. Real teeth to this attack for the Herd. Now Moratakis takes a cross off the head and Moratakis goes down. Thundering Herd, unanimous favorites to win the league, received all 9 votes in the preseason poll. Finished atop the table, 19 points, 1 more than Charlotte. 49ers, who had an electric victory come from behind against Seattle this past week. They second in the preseason poll, Kentucky third, Coastal Carolina picked to finish 4th with FIU, Florida Atlantic, South Carolina, Old Dominion, and UAB rounding out that preseason poll. We mentioned that win for Charlotte against the Red Hawks of Seattle. 49ers looking for their second win of the year, and boy, that was probably one of the most exciting matches that's been played so far this year. A come-from-behind 3-2 miracle win over receiving vote Seattle. The Red Hawks were the top vote getter this week in the latest top 25 poll. 3 goals for the 49ers over the match's final 8 minutes. First win trailing by 2 for Charlotte since September of 2019 against Wofford. How about Kentucky as well, taking down Notre Dame last night at the Bell in Lexington, avenging that 1-0 loss from the start of 2020. They smacked down Wright State, who Marshall will face later on this year in October. A 3-0 beatdown. Aitor Bjorgolfsson tallied a brace. His 10th and 11th career goals, now just needs 1 more to move into 15th place in UK history for career goals. And although West Virginia not in Conference USA this year, they will join next year. Those backyard bullies and Dan Stratford, second-year head coach, a statement victory for the Mountaineers at Dick Deleck Stadium this week. Beat Pitt 2-1, that's number 3 Pitt. And then last night, beat number 16 Penn State 3-1. The Thundering Herd and the Mountaineers in 2 weeks' time will play in this very stadium for the right to call themselves Mountain State champions. It's the highest-ranked opponent that Pitt win for West Virginia since 2011 when they beat #1 UConn. Ball caroms to Joseph. Marshall here on the front foot early in half number 2. Looking to pull ahead. Tries to cross one over to the far side. They find Pedro Dolabella, has to give chase over to the far flag. Now Dolabella will leave it off to the far corner of the box to Linehouse. Takes an odd carom, the shot is blocked, and that will roll out. Marshall will have another corner. It's their 4th corner of the match. Hurd will have the corner from the near flag. As Jan-Erik Linehouse will send it in. The senior from Felsberg, Germany. Spent time with Asheville SC of the USL2 earlier in the summer. As Linehouse crosses it in. Looks like Petroni may have got a finger on that to slightly punch it away. Joseph will track it down far side. Now short cross comes in. Headed back toward goal and finally cleared away by Itopoulos. A decisive clearance there for the senior from South Africa. Linehouse, a little bit of space, has Cabrera moving toward him. Flicks it ahead. Joseph, an onside play. Guided back into Diaz. Diaz just has that disrupted there by Barun. It's won back though by Marshall. Diaz with it again. Nifty move to cross into the box. Left off to the near edge. Alves crossed across the net mouth and can't find goal. Paulo Lino streaking toward the cage, and it's just past his foot out for a goal kick. A look at the replay here. Nice movement of the ball. Lino, just whiffed on it there with the left foot. Now Dolabella will leave it off on the far side for LaBelle. Raphael tries to give it back to LaBelle successfully. Now Diaz shakes free of several teal shirts in the middle. Ahead to Ajeti. Ajeti deep in, and it's headed home. Noah Raphael puts it past Petroni on the cross. Beautiful setup there by Alex Ajeti. Marshall pushes in front late. And play resumes off the drop ball, and we're back underway as Poulsen will rejoin after stepping out due to a brief injury. Respecki sends the cross in toward goal, and it's off the post and in! Past Ali Simla. Coastal Carolina equalizes again, and once again, it's the freshman Alvaro Garcia Pascual. Fernandez sidesteps past one defender. Challenge comes in from behind on Diaz. Diaz is still down behind the play, but a counterattack developing here for Marshall. Fernandez left off near side to Joseph. Joseph surveys, gives it to Fernandez. Fernandez has found goal once today. Now Dolabella top of the box. Back to Fernandez with Alves overlapping him. Chipped in, looking for a man on the far edge of the 6. Instead finds Durrell, who heads it away. And now Moratakis with it. They'll shake free of Max Schneider. And Coastal Carolina can move a little freely with it now. Chanticleer's desperately trying to clear the lines, cannot get out of this third of the pitch. Marshall living here in the final third, these last couple minutes. Cleared out a play to take the pressure off momentarily. Hurd will quickly take the throw. LaBelle into Schneider. 89th minute here from Hoops Family Field. Lino gets it back from Alves. Lino can't shake free of the man in the teal shirt. Able to find LaBelle. Back to Dos Santos. Can almost feel something building here for Marshall. Sustained pressure here in the final third as Joseph sends it toward goal, and it's just gloved over the net. Andre Petroni very well could have saved the match there for Coastal Carolina. It will concede a corner. And this will likely be the last chance of regulation. Quickly taken by Diaz. Low line drive.
10, 9,
Diaz
8,
will just boot
7,
it
6,
toward the net.
5, 4,
And that
3,
is how we
2,
end regulation
1.
in Huntington. 90 minutes are not enough